This is me spinning the wheel of fortune to decide what torture I will suffer through next. I rolled virtualization. Unbeknownst to me at the time, this would end up leading to a very extremely devastating turn of events. But before this, I got this message.
You can't beat
Virtualization.
you dumb you idiot. I hope you die in a fire. You can't beat it, no balls you.
Yeah, that was my friend, the guy who first introduced me to Geometry Dash, and even he believed there was no hope for me. But if you know me, I'm not gonna let that slide. Thus, I knew I had to prove him wrong. After reading that message, I went straight to practice mode, determined to prove him wrong. At this point in the video, you may be thinking, oh, he's just exaggerating. Just like you, I thought this level would be easy too. But soon I would realize this level is much more difficult than originally advertised. But this is where disaster struck. While I was in practice mode, I came across 3 insufferable parts. Behold, the 10% spider, the 50% dual wave, and the 70% ball. Each section came with its own unique challenges, but the hardest part for me was the 10% spider, with a 4 times speed change, creating a crazy spam section, and I'm historically horrible with spam. This clip right here shows how me and my friends reacted to the spider part.
Yeah,
Dude, wow, this was so hard.
I know, I was telling you 11 was hard. And you were
Dude,
like...
this is so hard.
But even with this insane part, I still pushed through because I knew I needed to prove my friend wrong. My goal for this level was 15 to 100. Yeah, I was definitely insane for ever thinking that would even come close to occurring. So, after getting nowhere with that run, I attempted to do 50 to 100. This was the part with the dual wave. Now prior to this, I have only ever played dual wave on Deadlocked, so I was severely unprepared for this. So, as you may have expected, I made less than stellar progress.
I'll probably not
Right.
beat it.
Ever?
Yeah.
After this, I knew if I wanted to actually prove my friend wrong, I would have to make some radical changes. So, I gave in and started to do an actual achievable run, being 70 to 100. But, if you remember from before, the 70% ball is the final choke point in this level, so it's safe to say I certainly wasn't having an easy time with this level. But after a ton of grinding, I got this crazy attempt. This is 1 out of 3 of the insanely hard choke points completed, putting me one step closer to proving my friend wrong. But now, I had a much harder task at hand, because I would not only have to learn 50 to 70, along with 70 to 100, but then combine them all in one run. And this is how it was going.
Oh, I'm so bad. Okay. Stop.
But I kept practicing and eventually learned 50 to 70. But now, I was met with the challenge of stringing these 2 runs together. But surprisingly, I fluked. Yeah, I died at the very end of the level, but I knew it was a stupid choke. And if I ever got back there, I would definitely beat it. Thus, I learned 50 to 100. I had successfully learned 2 out of 3 choke points, inching myself ever so closer to proving my friend wrong. But, as I stated before, the spider is by far the hardest section. So before I attempted this insanely hard part, I decided I would finish up learning the rest of the level first, from the 15% cube to the 30% straight fly, and then finally officially getting 50 to 100. After this, I was sure I would be ready to practice the spider part. So, I embarked on the grind in learning the hardest part of this level. At first, as you would expect, I was having no luck. But slowly, I gradually became more and more consistent. Yeah, maybe I didn't become 100% consistent at the level, but I was just about as good as I could get. That marks the whole level learned, making me even closer to proving my friend wrong. But now, it was endgame. I would get all my skills I've been practicing this whole time to use in order to finally beat this level. Easier said than done. Anyone could practice a level, but beating a level is a whole different story. This is where the true challenge begins. LOL! If you have been paying attention, you might have saw how my first fear was coming to reality. I was choking really badly, going up by such little intervals. 68, 69, 70, 71, 73. But the worst was still yet to come, because not too long after, this run occurred.
No, I didn't click! No! 75! No, I didn't click!
Yep, I had just died to the final hard part in this level. Literally, the last part of the ball. But what followed was a multitude of deaths in the 70% ball. But no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't get past the final ball. But that doesn't matter because I have unlimited time, right? This was my true worst fear. A time constraint. If I didn't beat it now, he would leave the chat and laugh at my defeat, saying he knew I could never beat it, and everything so far would be for nothing. But even with this insane part, I still pushed through, because I knew I needed to prove my friend wrong. So, in the heat of the moment, I decided to take a huge risk. I would very quickly practice the final ball, and after that, I would only have a few attempts from zero in order to beat it. Time was ticking down, and with any second, he could leave the chat. This stupid dream was as good as over.
You can't beat
Virtualization.
you dumb you idiot. I hope you die in a fire. You can't beat it, no balls.
But if you know me, I'm not gonna let that slide. Thus, I knew I had to prove him wrong. He left. Looking back, how was I so blind to see this coming? I could barely even get 50 to 100, but I would cut corners, like saying 50 to 80 is good enough. No wonder I died so much to the end. What was I thinking? Wait, there's hope after all. But I knew I wouldn't make the same mistake as last time, because now it was time to lock in.
go! I did it! Oh my gosh, I beat him in the race. Oh my gosh, let's go! Master of timing. Let's go!
I have no idea how I clutched this one up, but if you enjoyed, subscribe so I could pass my sister in subscribers. This is Dungeon GD signing out. See ya!